The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNCNow.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, hello and welcome to the new channel. Born out of passion, we are a community that helps you be the new you. I'm Dr. Michelle Mras, streaming live from the beautiful mountains of Colorado in the United States. You're watching Mental Shift. Well, hello to the United States and to the Philippines. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Tonight, you have a very special treat. My guest has 40 plus years of corporate experience and is a talk show host and executive producer of Real Biz Talk with Zondra. She's a motivational speaker known for her revitalizing messages, which makes her the inspired choice for memorable and entertaining seminars, lunches, and partner programs. But more than that, she's captivating. She's a compelling force of nature, actually. And when you meet her tonight, you're going to understand why I'm so excited to have her on. She is a multiple best-selling author, a self-investment strategist, and a certified life and business coach. Zondra TV Network is the first to develop a TV media incubator academy where they coach business entrepreneurs like me how to pivot to become a TV show producer and to tell their story effectively on TV. Her motto is, be heard, be seen, and grow. She's also the founder of Zondra TV Network, a platform where small to mid-sized businesses are showcased on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Please welcome the only, I don't even want to give her last name, but I'm going to give you her last name. Please welcome Zondra Evans, but we know her as Zondra.
Ooh, it's good to be here. I'm excited. I'm always excited, Michelle. So great to see you.
Yes, I'm so excited to have you on. I mean, I met you the first time in your incubator. And while we were there and filming the show with you, and I filmed a show with Michelle Faust, and we were talking, and I said, you know, I have a show in the Philippines. And things happened from there. And so, yes. And I wanted to share. Yes. But that's why I always tell people, and when I'm coaching people or just speaking to people, I say, always be open for what opportunities are right in front of you. Because if I had gone to the incubator and said, I'm just here to do these 2 shows and I'm out of here, we would not be talking right now.
Yeah.
And my audience and your audience would not be seeing you and me together on TNC out of the Philippines.
I know. So very exciting. That is true. But you know what I call that, Michelle? As you're talking about it, that's a blue rose moment. I always speak about the power of a blue rose. Oftentimes, we have blue rose moments that occur in our life, and those are the opportunities that come our way that may be unconventional. They may not be like mainstream, but you are courageously intentional to say yes.
I like it. Yeah. Well, because the whole reason I even went to your incubator was I was at Angel Tussie's seminar and I was sitting in the back of the room. I left for a call. And when I came back, there was a piece of paper in front of me. And I went, and I didn't even read it. I just signed it, handed her a credit card and said, I'll go. My brother's in Dallas. That was all I thought of. And I came and poof, everything changed.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to share with my audience is because you are truly a force of nature. When you walk into the room, I can feel you before I see you. And here on Mental Shift, we talk about the shifts that have happened in people's lives. They see us in different places and they do, oh, that person, oh, they've always been that way. Oh, that person, they never had a trouble in their life. And what I wanted to share with the audience today is your mental shift that brought you to be this executive producer, this magnet for magnificence, and to elevate so many other people who are domino affecting love and prosperity around the world. You help us elevate what we already do. So what was the mental shift that brought you to this?
That is such a great question. And I wish I could answer it like, it was a strategy. Michelle, it was not a strategy. So, I hate to disappoint anybody that might be watching, but I am a motivational and inspirational speaker. I'm a certified coach. Doggone it, I've published some books and become a best-selling author, and all of that is really great. And when I left corporate America after 40 years, that was what I was there to do, to really, help people get to the next level. It wasn't to be a TV talk show host. It wasn't to be an executive producer, but I was served a blue rose moment about a year and a half after I had left corporate America. Someone told in Chicago, told somebody in Atlanta about me. And they said she'd make a great talk show host. So I had never done that in my life. So the guy called me up in Atlanta, I'm in Dallas, saying, I've got one Roku channel left to sell you. Do you want to buy it? And I'm a woman of faith, so I went and prayed about it. And God said, buy it. And that's actually what started this Blue Rose moment of us actually having this TV network.
Ah, that's a beautiful blue rose. I mean, think of that if you closed your mind, if you didn't pray on that and said, you're in Atlanta, what in the world are you talking to me for? Yes.
Yeah, not only that. Now, here's what I'll tell you. What do I know about streaming? That's the other thing. I'm a baby boomer with millennial tendencies, so I don't have any business in the streaming business. I mean, I grew up on rabbit ears, honey. So I'm like, okay, how did this happen? And so I think back on it, and the people that offered me my first channel actually went out of business. Oh. And I think about how often I could have said, I'm going to pick up my jacks and my ball and I'm going home. But I felt like in my spirit that if I did that God would be so disappointed in me that you gave up a blue rose moment because what? Somebody went out of business. Yeah. You're not out of business. Keep going. And so I kept going. And that's what got us to Comcast Cable.
That is phenomenal. So, audience, for those of you who are listening right now, think back. Have you had blue rose moments? And did you take them or did you pass? And so I want you to, now that you know what a blue rose moment is, pay attention in your world to what is in front of you. You, Zondra, are my blue rose moment. You should go talk to Zondra. Oh, no, she's busy. You really should talk to Zondra. Okay, I'll talk to Zondra. And boom, blue rose moment. Yes. And so yeah. I'm so curious about, the bazillions of blue rose moments that open once you have that one rose. Because what you've done by basically taking the torch of the business that went away, you just kept going. And now you're lighting the torches and giving blue roses to everybody that comes in your path. And you're such a sweet person about it. You don't push, you just do. She does this a lot. She does.
Mhm.
For those of you who are only listening, she kind of nods her head a little bit and she smiles and she says,
Mhm.
That's all she and in my head, I'm like, click, 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 click. I think she wants me to think about this.
Yeah. Yeah.
You do.
I think that we have so much inside of us. I think we underestimate the power of who we are. To the point that, you got imposter syndrome and, just all these things are happening. People are trying to be, who they are not. And at the end of the day, if you just took the time to understand that we all have some level of purpose and destiny that was placed in us when we took our very first breath, but are you courageously intentional enough to access that and actually do something with it? Most of us won't. I think about my early days in TV. I wanted to be on stage with a mic in my hand. Like, I was like, I could slay the people. Oh, it'd be so much fun just to travel the world and do that. And so one day I had to have a reconciliation with my father. And I was like, listen, I wanted a mic in my hand in front of 1,000. And you know what? I just softly spoken in my spirit was, you could have a mic in your hand in front of 1,000 on stage, or you could have a mic in around your neck in front of millions. Which do you choose? And I had to say, I choose the millions, not for fame or fortune, though. I said millions because I feel like I have a big message and a global message to take to the world about the power of a blue rose moment, the power of the purpose and destiny that lives inside of you. And when you are courageously intentional, not intentional, but courageously intentional, blue rose moments come all the way through your life. And you then have the courage to say yes.
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 Well, because what I'm sneakily trying to tell all of you is this show, Mental Shift, you are watching it, is being shared from TNC onto Zondra TV.
Yay.
And yes, yay! Doing my maraca dance.
I'm so happy.
See, that's the thing, is the old Michelle would have contemplated and been scared about this. This is a huge jump. It's a leap of faith. But see, the past 4 years of my life have been nothing but walking in faith. So when this came upon me, my first thought was, where's that money coming from? Where am I going to get the guest who can reach the span of 6 continents around there? Where am I? And I went, stop. I'm among amazing people, strong, beautiful people who love and care about the world as much as I do. That 4 days I spent with you and your team, I was in seventh heaven. It was where I belong. And so I had to let go of those, those imposter syndrome. Like, what do you think you are? I said, I'm the blazing Oprah. Get out of my way. I'm going to do this. How am I going to do it? I don't know. But just like you, that voice said, speak. I always thought it was a mic. I always thought it had to be on stage.
Yeah.
But my goal is to take the veil off of people who are walking around this world thinking they are inadequate for their goals and their dreams.
Yes.
What better way to reach them but by streaming, because that's where people are.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can reach them everywhere. They don't have to pick up a book.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to be in that one room. And so when Zondra brought that up, I went, we need to talk to Apple at TNC.
And I adore Apple, by the way. So let me give a shout out to Apple. I'm excited, so excited about the work that Apple and I are going to be doing between the Philippines and the U.S. And And, we're going to be able to announce it. We just dotting every I and crossing every T. We're going to be able to announce some great things about what we are doing. Here's my core belief. And so Michelle, I'm so glad you're coming. I just feel, you're just going to add so much gravitas to our network. And so I'm very excited about you coming to the network. Of course, you're going to be the first one there. So, and you should be, because you helped broker this whole thing. I'm so excited. You're going to be on the network, and we're going to do a great reveal. But one of the things that I believe in, and I want to leave this impression tonight, is that oftentimes we want to be too competitive. There's no need to compete. There's enough out here for everybody. But I do believe that there's power in brand extension.
Mhm.
And I notice I didn't say collaboration. I said brand extension. When you are able to extend your brand so that it extends your reach of being able to say, yes, I am on Roku, Apple, and Amazon Fire, but not have to build it from the ground up. By the time you get it built from the ground up, people then passed you by. So making the right connections and extending your brand is extremely important in business now in this digital society. So I want to leave that with you all, that you have to know who are good people to really extend your brand to.
Yes, brand extension. I love that term. I've
Yeah.
never heard it. You need to coin that. Well, because we're always looking for how do I reach out further? And you said, we'll do it together.
Yeah.
And I went, well, that makes logical sense, but that's not what I've ever heard from anyone else, but Apple's that way too. And that's why I drew to Apple, because she's that collaborative, let's bring us all together. How can we all evolve together? And then I heard the same words from you, and I'm like, we need to do something. I need to connect the two of you, because not only, Mental Shift is on TNC, but TNC has hundreds of shows that reach every demographic, every age group, you name it, there's a show on it. And I thought, if we can connect that bridge between the United States and the Philippines, and then you have all these other continents that you go to with Zondra TV, I'm like, shiny, happy people holding hands. I'm like, I see this domino effect of goodness. Just that one positive thought can change someone's life. And if we can get you and get our voices out and further,
Absolutely.
only magic can happen.
Yeah, and you know what? And early on, we kind of coined ourselves as the home of positive programming, and I did that because I wanted people to understand what we're really about. There's enough negativity in the world. There's enough negative drama and reality in the world. It is time for us to tell some good news stories. It's time for us to talk about how to be effective in business and how to really reach higher heights and know that you have, the skill base and the knowledge, passing that knowledge on. I'm an educator. I feel like, not that I'm really an educator, but I feel like I'm an educator in business. I want to educate small business on what you really need in order to be effective. So this platform has been amazingly good to Zondra TV Network. I think because of the way it's structured, we've been able to win 2 international communicator awards for TV and media, and that's amazing. And so really excited about that. And now it's dribbling down to our producers. One of our producers won an international award for TV talk show. And so we're excited about that too. So it's just, I think that we're stronger together. And that's not because of a pandemic. I've always believed that we are stronger together, that we can do great things if we put our minds to it, we put our hearts in alignment, and then we really cross the aisle. Yeah.
Oh, beautifully said. No, and so those of you who are listening, do you understand why I wanted you to meet Zondra? She is a power force. I mean, and I'm telling you, the screen does not do her justice. You must see her show. How do they find you? They can go to beonztv.com, right? And they can go to Zondra TV. They can find you 15
You can go anywhere, because if you put in ZondraTV.com, go look at the shows. The shows are amazing on ZondraTV.com, but you also have beonztv.com, and you're going to be able to see a whole bunch there as well. But I really like, go to Zondra TV, check out the shows, binge watch if you want to. It's really awesome. And we've got so many new things that are coming out that you just cannot afford to miss. It's going to be epic.
Life-changing. Life-changing. Yeah, I was on Fireside Chat with Zondra. Yes.
So good. So good. I love it. That is my world, to be able to have a discussion, but really just to posture the people that are on my show. I just want you to be postured in the very best light possible. It is not about me. It is all about my guests and what they've done and how they've done it, and make sure that, the following is seeing the greatness that resides in each one of my guests.
Oh, and you're very, very good at bringing that out. That conversation we had on Fireside Chat, I didn't expect to say the things I said on the Fireside Chat, and it's very hard to get me off guard, because I'm a global speaker. That's what I do. I'm always on. I'm always ready. And you asked a few questions, and I remember thinking, "Whoa, I wasn't expecting to go that way, but let's do it." And I was on with Dr. Shelley Hipsky. And I remember her, she started crying. And she says, "I didn't expect to go there, but we did." And that's the magic of a very, you're very good at your craft.
Thank you.
Yes, you're very good.
Thank you. I don't even know how it's a craft. So, how is it a craft when you've never had any training in it?
Because it's a natural, that's why.
And that's the thing, right? So I'm telling the folks that's listening to this, you don't have to be trained in things. I hear people every day that come for discovery calls. You know what they say? "Oh, I'm getting a degree in this. I'm going to go do this. I need a certification in this. They need all of this stuff before you feel like I'm good enough." And I'm trying to tell you, God made you good enough. It's already in you. Just be willing to stretch out in pure faith and do it. Because that's what I did. I don't have a media degree. I have a business degree. I knew nothing about media. I knew nothing about broadcast. And here I am with well over 45 producers on the network, producing content. I'm the executive producer. I sometimes I have to catch myself when I'm out there going like, "Okay, no, you need to repeat this and this how you need to." And I was like, where did I learn that from? I'm a baby boomer with millennial tendencies. I shouldn't even be on here. So it cracks me up, but it's because of you being courageously intentional enough to say yes to your blue rose moment. I promise you, your blue rose moments come periodically throughout your life. It is up to you whether or not you accept it, because a blue rose really does exist.
Everywhere, actually. They pop up everywhere.
They're everywhere.
And sometimes they're in the most obscure places. And I'm telling you, I'm telling all of you out there, and I say it all the time, you have everything in you that you need. Just like Zondra said. I mean, I say all the time that, I think I said in one of the shows I said something about embrace that toddler in you, the toddler who believed you could be the astronaut, ballerina, whatever, 5 different things all at once, because it's been built into you that I say, what did you get in trouble for in elementary school? I always got in trouble for talking and breaking up fights. Why? Because I'm a great mediator. But I thought that was a condemnation. I thought that was a bad thing, that I talk too much and I like to stop fights. Well, maybe I shouldn't be so nosy. That's what I was told. I was too nosy. I was getting into things. But what I found as I grew older, the thing that I innately, naturally did, compromised, fixed things, made people understand each other who were in opposition, and talk. It's what I do now. It's what I naturally do. But for 40 something years of my life, I fought those tendencies because I thought they weren't good enough. I thought I needed an engineering degree because the successful people are engineers. I kept looking for a piece of paper to tell me who I was. And in the long term, I've always been this without all the papers. And so this doctorate degree I got it not because I wanted the piece of paper. I got it because I had worked so hard in school. I wanted one more stamp to just say, and she's done with that. Let's move on.
Oh, you just wanted to be called Dr. Michelle.
No, actually, no. Though I do want a show that says Dr. M, mental shift.
See, Dr. M, mental shift with Dr. M. I mean, I love it. Hey, it is beautiful. Congratulations again, by the way. I think it's amazing that you went back and you were able to get your doctorate. Girl, I'm going to be a fake doctorate. Somebody maybe will honor me one day and give me one. I'm like, where am I going to get the time to do it? But I applaud you, Missy. That is major. So congratulations on that. I honor you for that.
It was a lot of work, but it was.
I know.
But it was an accelerated doctorate.
Yeah.
So
nice.
I did it really fast. It was under 2 years. Yeah. So there was another way about it because I did an entrepreneurship one and I studied entrepreneurs. Well, that's all I do is talk to entrepreneurs and study entrepreneurs. So that's kind of what I did. But I did it honestly because my father has so many degrees. I just wanted to beat him.
I love it. Healthy family competition. That's all it is. But I love it.
Now, what I wanted to share, and when we, I wanted to share more about the incubator that you do also, because there are a lot of entrepreneurs that watch my show, and I want them to know that, they have podcasts and things like that. And they do, podcast, that's where I am. And, that I'm fine with that. But there's so much more. And if you want to reach and grow and reach a heck of a lot more people, you may want to think about reaching out to TNC and Zondra TV, because the world is your oyster. And both of these stations, both of these women that are in charge of these stations are very broad-minded and want to help the world become more loving, giving, and still make money at the same time. So think about that. I want that in the back of your head. And when we come back from commercial, I'd like to go more into the incubator, because I am a product of that incubator. And I'd love to, share the process of how that works, if that's okay with you, Zondra, and how maybe they could be part of that and be part of, maybe one of these stations, one of these days. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so let's break for commercial. We'll be right back right after this. Stay tuned. Share the live stream. Thank you for watching Mental Shift. Do your friends a favor, share the show with them. Now, did you know that TNC is a live stream platform of online shows for people on the go? Please watch all of our shows as seen on the screen. Imagine having your own show, your own playlist, your own content, but we make it easier for you. TNC aims to transform the lives of our viewers through engaging, authentic, and original content. Our vision is to become a global 24/7 live stream channel that showcases Filipino talent, global influencers, cultural intelligence, and ingenuity. Continue to watch Mental Shift live every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or Wednesday mornings, 9:30 a.m. in the Philippines. You can also watch replays on Facebook or YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Just search hashtag TNCNow. For sponsorships, please email now@thenewchannel.com or send a direct message to The New Channel. Enjoy these life-changing shows because we made them just for you. Welcome back. I am Dr. Michelle Mras, and you are still watching Mental Shift. Tonight, my guest is Zondra Evans of Zondra TV. And welcome back, Zondra. Come on back.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
Well, we have all sorts of people saying hi and messaging and all sorts of things. And I wanted to say thank you all for watching and for sharing, and stay tuned for what's happening on TNC, because
Nice.
Mental Shift is about to have a little button that says Zondra TV also. And
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. And the thing is, it's going to happen very soon. So keep watching. Watch Zondra TV. Start watching for the announcements of Mental Shift movie.
Yay.
Okay, we're done. Goodbye. No.
Drop the mic.
So now that we're back, I
Yeah.
want to share about your incubator, because that was an experience in itself. And then I will share what I experienced from my point of view. But what is the incubator?
Well, okay, there's two things. So let me first describe the publicity playbook, because really what we were doing were more playbook items. So publicity playbook is a boutique experience where we bring in people from all across the US and internationally, if they want to come, to actually make sure that they have all of the resources that they need in media. So oftentimes, we don't have the print media that we need, or up-to-date photos, or interviews on TV. You need to have these assets, because your digital footprint really does matter. I promise you. And so we do that. But to pivot a little bit to the incubator really, and I think what you're referring to, Michelle, we have an area in our studio that is called the lab, which is really where most of our people that are in the incubator actually film their shows. And so we are able to turn the lab into any environment that you would like it to be. You get to do your decor, you get to do your backdrop as a producer. But more importantly, when you're in the incubator, we're teaching you how to be a TV producer, how to monetize your content, how to be effective on TV, how to have a good outro and an intro, and how do you posture in the media, and how do you become one with the camera so that you're really doing what you need to do. But here's the thing. I just think that as small business entrepreneurs, we're leaving so much potential on the table. We're complaining that our business is not growing, but at the same time, are you stepping out into uncharted territory like streaming? No. But those that are courageous, intentional enough to say that, yes, I'm going to do it, and they access their Blue Rose moment, they come into the incubator. We train you over a year. But here's the best thing. Within the first 4 months or so, you'll be producing your shows, and the rest of the time, you're actually learning how to be a producer, while the production team that I manage puts together magic for you. So that's what it's about.
I need to do that side of it. I just remembered I forgot to sign up. This is a truth moment. I forgot.
Uh,
But yes, I mean the whole process was incredible. I mean, they brought us in and they teach us a little bit about how to work on the camera, how to speak on the camera, where to look, where not to look, don't do this. Those kind of things, and really guided us before we ever even went onto one of the programs. And then we were able to practice basically live on camera and hone our messages and all these things. But before that, we got done. We got beautified, unlike I've ever been before. And then photo shoots. And afterwards, I mean, after we do the shows and everything, I got this package of all the pictures and I got to select some. And then I got a speaker sheet, a media sheet of my topics, who I am, a little description about me, all the stuff that a lot of people don't have. And I already had it, but you upgraded it. It was better than what I have. And so I'm very thankful for that in itself. And then all these little mini clips of me saying poignant things about what I speak about or the things I train on. And I have mini clips of me in an interview saying something poignant. And so I can take these clips and put them through social media. I can put them on my website. I can send them to a potential client or a corporation and say, I want to speak for you about this, and send them this. So this is one of the other things that happens in that incubator and all of this, that I just saw a small portion of what Zondra offers. So look her up, find her, because Zondra is preparing us for the next level, your next level.
Yeah, first, because Michelle, not to interrupt you, but it's just as a small business entrepreneur, I guess my goal in life is to level the playing field. Like I want to level the playing field. Like for the first time, you have a woman that is like willing to go out there and level the playing field for small business. My core belief is we should have the same access to media as a mid to large size business. Why shouldn't I? There's nothing stopping me. But one thing, fear. Oh, I can't do it. I don't have everything I need. I don't have the money. And so we have built a program where you don't have to worry about none of that. At the end of the day, it is time for us to actually step in and step out and actually be all that we can be as a small business. We make up the majority of businesses in the United States alone. Small business does. So it's time for us to level the playing field and to get everything that we deserve. You need a commercial on TV. If you don't have a commercial, you need one. Why wouldn't you get a commercial on TV if you could now be on Roku, Amazon, Apple, and what about Hulu? Come on, get on board.
I'm attempting not to sing.
Oh, get on board the love train. Get on board the love train.
Well, because I remember I started a podcast just to help small businesses because they were all not knowing what to do during COVID. I'm like, I need to help them pivot. So I created my neighbor and I created Denim and Pearls podcast to stop the fear and help people, guide them through that pivoting of how do I keep going? How do I keep moving in a world that shuts down? And you've done it in a amplified way. And it's like, and that is what also excites me is there's so many small business, mid-size and small businesses that I can't compete with that. And they step away and it's like, why can't you? The only reason you're not is because something between your eyes is telling you can't. Other than that, just get going. Yeah, that mindset. And the worst that's going to happen is you're going to be right where you are right now. The best that's going to happen is, how Willy Wonka says, what happens to the man who got all of his dreams came true? What happened to him? Well, he lived happily ever after. Absolutely. Go seek your dreams. Zondra is opening a door for all of us small business and mid-sized businesses have your commercials, get more out there, get your face out there. They're going to train you how to do this.
Because this is something right here. I mean, and here's the thing. Why do we do what we do? I had a producer that was in the incubator, and they asked me this question. Do you really believe, Zondra, that you should include makeup? I mean, does everybody need to have on makeup? And I was like, absolutely. There is something that happens when you are pampered by a professional makeup artist and you get that professional makeup on. It makes you sit up taller. It makes you be confident to say what you need to say and to speak to the camera. It gives you that, right? So to me, it's critically important. Yeah, we do things like that, but we even do more than that. We actually, like for instance, we build just this synergy in the studio that people come in and just go like, I've never felt nothing like this. We have a wall of fame. You get to take pictures assigning the wall. You get all these behind the scene photos. We go live on social platforms. I mean, we're just doing a lot is going on. That's all I gotta say. A lot is happening, but it's a lot of good things. But more importantly, and so I want to make sure you understand this. It is one thing to get a whole bunch of assets, right? Photos, press release, don't make any difference what you get. But it's another thing when people will hold your hand and show you how to use it and when to use it. And that's the thing. You could get assets and then go like, I don't even know what to do. What do I do now? I don't know how to post it. We make it easy. We even put in the print. Like, this is what you should say in social media. We don't want you to go wrong. We're teaching. So all the time we're teaching you how to take those assets and then how to repurpose those assets and use them so that you're not spending a ton of money. You need to be, investing in R&D too, not just in media. And so we want to help you be a good steward of resources.
I have nothing to say because that's what you do. It's phenomenal. And I'm a product. You will be watching me grow. So keep watching or jump on board the love train.
Oh gosh, that song's gonna be in my mind all night long.
I can put an annoying song, but I think the love train.
I know that's right.
Well, and the thing is being pampered and being camera ready. There are so many people I don't take good pictures. I don't want to be in front of the camera. And my answer to them is, that's okay. You're not taking the pictures and you're not behind the camera. Just go be you. Be the best you. The best version of you. And that comes when someone does your makeup and does your hair up a little bit and the color's perfect on you. You look at yourself from that camera lens and you do, that's me? Yep, that's you. It's just the best version of you because the lights on the camera affect makeup differently. So when people say, I don't wear makeup, well, you might want to wear powder, okay? Because you need something. Because as brown as I am, I wash out in cameras, especially those 5 cameras around the room and those bright lights, you get washed out. So you need something on your face so that you don't disappear. Or in my case, I have little eyes when I smile. So I need to wear makeup so I keep my eyes open. Simple things like that. Yes, gentlemen, you too. Powder on that bald head too. I have a friend. Powder on his bald head.
Yeah. We do it's called a man groom. Men need grooming too. And they feel all special too. They're like, oh, they feel better. They're like, okay, they're so confident now.
Yeah, just
they go out there and they do a great job. So we're going to keep putting on makeup. We're going to keep on treating entrepreneurs like the celebrity that you are. Oftentimes we don't think that we're a celebrity, but you're a celebrity in your own right. And so when you come to Zondra TV Network, we want to treat you like the celebrity that you are. Yeah.
It's fabulous. It's fabulous. I got a little taste of that. I'm like, I need mine. I need to do this more often. I need this. And I never thought I did until I experienced it in Dallas, Texas. So the other thing I'd like to share with the audience is, your mission. When you say, oh, what's your motto again? Be seen, be heard.
Yeah, it's be seen, be heard, and grow. because I believe that you need all those things. You can't have one or the other. You have to be heard, be seen, and grow. That's what's going to make you grow. You just can't be heard. Yeah, audio is cool, but you also need to be seen. And so I'm a proponent for you have to put all of that together in order to change the outcome.
Yeah. And I've been doing a lot of testing. My VA and I have been testing social media only. Well, in my newsletter, we tried no pictures, just words, then still pictures with words, then still pictures with audio, then video. Which one do you think got opened?
Video. Because you want to know why? Let me give you a statistic. 82% of the internet traffic is video. Now, if you know 82%, that don't leave you but 18% left. If you don't want to do video, you're getting left behind. 82% of the internet traffic is video. And why is that? People's attention span is so short these days. They'll look at a quick video. If it's a minute and a half, they be like, what are they going to say? They're interested in that. And so understand that video is key. Now, I tell people all the time, ain't nothing wrong with this. People do this. Oh, hey, you're selfie and you video yourself. That's all good. But everything you do can't be that.
Yeah.
That's shallow. I'm just going to tell you that's shallow. If you really want to get in the game, you also want some professional video that has lower thirds with your name on it and really makes you stand out to be important as you are in your business. You just can't do all this. I mean, it's cool, but everything can't be that. So.
Yeah. And remember, I played the testing game, and then you also have to start testing times of the day when you do all this. So once we found what was working, then we started different times of the day that we would post it. There's a lot of science behind all of this. And what we found is we tried different length videos too. So 30 seconds were great. 3 minutes was okay. 10 minutes, stopped watching. So you have to keep it short.
Yeah.
It's really extreme because like podcasts and shows like this, they don't want short of this. They want it longer than 30 minutes. So there's extremes. But whatever you're doing with your content, you've got to have video. And Zondra does help with that. I told you I've got lots of little mini clips of me saying some pretty amazing things. I went, wow, I said that. But it's been captured. And now I've got the video clip to prove I've said it with conviction.
Not only that you said it, but you said it on multiple TV networks.
Yes.
And that to me, that puts you in a different category. You could say it. Yeah, I could say it on social media, but it's not the same thing as saying it on TV.
Yeah, those little symbols, that
it
means icons
something.
are amazing. And they open doors for those of you who are speakers or coaches and things of that nature. Remember that quick goldfish amount of attention span that most of the world has. It also goes with those little, I've been on NBC, Roku, Apple. They just look at it really quickly to, okay, credible. Mm-hmm. It's a credibility stamp. And that's something else you need to keep in mind. Yeah. This does not give you a credibility stamp.
No.
Okay.
Anybody can do that. Anybody can do that.
Set yourself apart. Yeah. Be seen, be heard, and grow. Zondra.
Zondra TV Network at that.
Zondra TV Network.
So, Michelle, I kind of would like to tell people about something new that is going to be kicking off like in a week.
Please.
I am so excited about it that I just have to tell it. Oh, my goodness. But I got to tell a little story. Do I have time for a little bitty story?
Oh, yeah. You've got 20 minutes.
Okay, great. So it's not going to take 20 minutes. So y'all be like, we'll take time one. Hush your mouth.
10 minutes.
I'm not going to take that long, but let me just tell you, 3.5 years ago, almost 4 years ago, I got this, I don't even know it's a download. It's a download. And the name of this thing was called Biz Ties Mint, BIZTIZ MENT. And but I didn't get the go ahead with the download that I was supposed to go ahead and implement it. So I went out to GoDaddy, and this is because I'm a faith walker, y'all. I went out to GoDaddy, and Biztisement was available, so I bought the domain, right? And then the domain, every year I was renewing this domain, paying this money, and I'm like, when is this thing gonna come out? And so this year, like maybe about 3 months ago, I got the download that said it's time. And I am so excited about this. Let me tell you what it is. It is the first ever infomercial video directory on Roku, Amazon, and Apple TV that a small business can record themselves and tell about their business, their elevator pitch, upload it to us, and then we will frame it and put it out on TV for 1 year for $39 a month.
Boom!
You ain't got no reason not to be on TV. I don't care what nobody says. You listen, and I'm gonna tell you $39.99, by the way. But the point is, you take that is $480 a year to be on Apple, Roku, and Amazon. Because here's the thing, people buy from you because you could talk about the know, like, and trust factor all you want to. But at the end of the day, people buy from you because they feel something about what you're saying. Mm-hmm. They see and experience your passion, and they go, I want to try that. Or I want them to be my coach. Oh gosh, she'd be a great consultant for me. People need to hear who they're dealing with. Mm-hmm. And now small businesses will be able to go put all of that information in there. Now, here's another thing. Guess what? You're going to get a custom link that you could put in your signature direct to your video directory that shows you on TV with the icons. Come on. That is like totally amazing. We're talking about being able to take a business for less than $600 and scale your business globally. Now, that's your first step. But the reason why we have it is because broccoli is just green unless you try it. And so this is can you try the broccoli? I'm so excited. I don't know what to do.
That is amazing. Brilliant. Biztisement.
Biztisement. Biz Ties, T-I-Z, Mint.
I like it. That's brilliant. I mean, really, everyone should be doing that one. Anyone who can reach around the world, if you can get your product out. And if you can't, you might want to work on that too.
You might want to work on that. So this is going to really separate, this is going to separate the players from the real folk. At the end of the day, if you cannot afford to try and build your business for $39 a month, you're really in trouble. You're really, I hate to tell you, you're kind of in trouble, y'all. You've got to build your business beyond your local neighborhood. Mm-hmm. The world is huge. Okay. Would that be you or it's not me?
That's a fire alarm in my house.
Okay, so what's going on? Do you need to take a minute?
I think I'm good. We got 6 minutes, but that was quite terrifying.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it. Biztisement. It's coming your way. Look for information about it. I've got an awesome video that y'all are going to see on social media soon. I'm just telling you, this thing is going to be epic. You can't get left behind. You have to be a part of streaming TV. And never did I think 3.5, 4 years ago when I got a download of this name. Who comes up with something like Biztisement? It was given to me. And then you keep paying for it like year after year. Like, do I use it this year? No. This year, no. And now all of a sudden we're using it. So we're excited. We're totally excited about this new service offering. Everybody needs to have a directory listing that's your own video that tells nobody could tell your story better than you. Tell people who you are and what you do. Your elevator pitch on TV with a custom link, Better get that thing. What is we talking about?
So are you also, would you be offering guidance for those commercials?
Oh, absolutely. Of course, we're not going to let you do it by yourself. Not only that, now, of course, people in Dallas can come into the studio on certain days of the week and we'll record them for them. That's the thing about being in Dallas because we're in the headquarters. But we have also incorporated it into our interviews. So anytime you interview on Zondra TV, you also get a biztisement as a part of the package.
That is fabulous. I don't have one. You need to be retro. No, I'm going to be on. Doesn't matter.
It's fabulous, baby. This is fabulous. Okay, this is just fabulous. So we're excited. We're excited. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
I'm excited for you, and I'm excited for everyone who takes up on that opportunity. Watch Zondra TV. Go find Zondra. Just Google Zondra. She's the only one. She's got that one name thing. She does not need Evans at all because Zondra is Zondra. Look her up, Zondra TV. It's right there on the screen. And then, keep an eye out for this biztisement that's coming up. And then get your feet wet on being on streaming. And if you like it and you like the results, you might be looking at a, incubator experience soon after that.
You gotta know it.
Yes. So, Zondra, we have a little bit of time left. What kind of drops of wisdom would you like to share with the audience before we say goodnight?
You know what? There's so many. Oh my gosh. You know me. I could talk forever. But the first one is what I always tell people. Life circumstances really doesn't define you. Life circumstances creates depth in your character. And when life circumstances do serve you, it's part of your testimony. It's part of your being. It's part of your journey. Consider it an opportunity when life serves you, because it's creating great depth in your character. And then the next thing is, not because I'm in streaming TV, but I want to, employ the people today to say streaming, if you are in business, it really isn't an option. It's a requirement. You have to get in some kind of way, and there ain't but three ways to get into it. And so you have to decide what you're going to do. You're either going to be interviewed on TV, you're either going to get a commercial on TV, or you're going to become a producer. I'm not selling you, I'm telling you. Because, see, I don't believe in selling. I've never sold a thing in my life when it comes to this. What we develop and what we deliver is because we know it's needed in a small business community. So I'm a small business advocate, and I believe that you have everything you need, especially when there's somebody to level the playing field that's willing to go to bat for you, because that's what Zondra TV does. We go to bat for you. We are constantly figuring out what's the next thing that we need to offer in order to make sure that we solidify your business journey and that we help you to excel and to soar in your business. That's really what it's all about. And then the last thing is, I talked a little bit about brand extension tonight. Listen, understand that you need to learn how to extend your brand to the right people, and understand what that really means. You don't have to build it. Somebody else has already done it. It's better that you collaborate together, extend your brand, and start doing great things. It's enough out here for everybody. We don't need to be jealous of anybody. Just go out there and make it happen. You have everything you need inside of you. I promise you, from the day you took your first breath, you have it. So I honor you. I appreciate you as a small business owner. Michelle, I love you. And thank you so much for having me here. It's been awesome.
Thank you so much, Zondra, for that mic drop. You have been watching Zondra Evans, just call her Zondra, and she is the baby boomer
with millennial tendencies.
Keep watching for your blue rose moments. And remember, brand extension, that's the future. That's what you need in your life. Zondra, thank you for joining me. And everyone, thank you for joining us tonight and today, wherever you are in the world. And we'll see you next week on Mental Shift. My name is Dr. Michelle Mras, and we'll see you next week, Tuesday or Wednesday morning, depending on where in the world you are. Have a great night, everyone. And until then, TTFN.